She whispered it like a prayer in the dim light of our family's grand dining room. The one with the crystal chandelier that always seemed too heavy, like it might crash down any moment. "Don't tell Dad," my little sister murmured, her fingers digging into my arm, eyes wide with that familiar mix of fear and pleading. I thought it was another one of her messes, maybe a failed fling, a bounce check, or one of those impulsive online shopping sprees that left her drowning in debt. But oh, how wrong I was. What she was hiding wasn't just a slip-up, it was a bomb ticking away at the heart of everything we'd stitched together with lies and half-truths. And when I pulled the pin, our polished world exploded, leaving me standing in the rubble, the only one who walked away unscathed. Or so I thought. My name is Emily Thompson, and for 35 years, I've been the invisible scaffold holding my family upright. Vice President of Compliance at Apex Financial, a mid-tier bank in Seattle. That's what my LinkedIn profile boasts. But behind the scenes, I was the crisis manager, the debt settler, the one who patched up every tear in our family's facade before it ripped wide open. The gathering was on a rainy Wednesday evening. Mom had demanded her ritual family dinner at the Old Victorian in Bellevue, the house that screamed old money but whispered bankruptcy if you listened close. The air hung thick with her famous lasagna, laced with the scent of cheap air freshener she used to cover whatever rot she imagined lurking beneath. I took my seat at the table, sandwiched between my older brother, Nathan, and my younger sister, Lily. Dad portioned out the food with the steady hand of a man who'd spent decades crunching numbers as a senior accountant at a local firm. Mom bustled about, topping off glasses of bargain bin Merlot and dodging questions about the new designer handbag slung over her chair. "Just a splurge," she cooed, fluttering her painted nails. "Your father's bonuses have been stellar lately." That line should have set off alarms. Mom thrived on tales of hardship, of scraping by, even as we flashed club memberships and vacation photos on social media. Lily picked at her plate, her 29-year-old face still carrying that innocent glow that had gotten her out of scrapes since childhood. The baby of the family, who'd coasted through art school on loans I'd quietly co-signed. Not that anyone ever mentioned it aloud. Can we chat quick?" Lily's voice sliced through Mom's rant about the neighbor's gaudy holiday lights. I trailed her to the kitchen, watching her pour a generous slug of Dad's prize bourbon, the 15-year-old stuff he saved for special occasions. Her hands trembled. "What's eating you?" I asked, my gut twisting in that old, familiar way. She yanked me into the pantry, the spot where we'd hidden as kids during their cocktail parties, giggling over snippets of grown-up gossip. "I need to tell you something," she hissed, her breath sharp with booze and panic. "But swear you won't tell Dad. Promise me. Just promise." I'd sworn that oath 1,000 times when she wrecked Mom's SUV in college, when she got busted for plagiarizing her thesis, when she needed 25 grand to invest in her ex's crypto scam that vanished overnight. "I'm assisting Mom with something," she rushed on before I could speak. "A money thing to keep the house afloat." "Keep the house? What the hell? It's messy." "Okay, but we've got it handled. Mom knows the ropes. I'm just handling some forms, some sign-offs. It'll be fine." The words spilled out in a rehearsed torrent, like she'd practiced in front of her vanity mirror. "What kind of forms?" "Lily? Doesn't matter. If Dad grills you about my gig, say it's thriving. Tell him I'm in creative consulting, digital media sales." "Cool." I stared at her, seeing not the poised influencer she played on Instagram, but the frightened girl who'd clung to me during Dad's rages, the one I'd shielded from schoolyard taunts, lied for when she ditched curfew, championed when our parents' demands crushed her spirit. "Don't tell Dad," she begged again, her grip bruising. Please. I'm on my knees here. From the dining room. Dad's chuckle boomed. That forced baritone covering whatever tension simmered. Mom's voice joined in, prattling about tax loopholes and market dips. I met Lily's desperate gaze and felt the crush of it all, the middle child's curse. To broker peace. Hoard secrets. Ensure the Thompson myth stayed intact. Fine, I muttered. I won't say a word. But even as I said it, a shadow crept in. This wasn't the usual storm. The ache in my chest wasn't mere concern, it was a siren, blaring that whatever Lily and Mom were tangled in could swallow us whole. The Thompson Code was etched in silence. Ignore Nathan's poker addictions. Overlook Lily's academic flops. Never probe Dad's mysterious business trips. And paramount, uphold the illusion. Pillar of the community. Loving spouse. 3 thriving offspring, the American ideal. Glossed over with deceit and ribboned in propriety. I'd been the guardian of the charade since age 13. When Mom confided that some matters stay in the family. Emily, we don't hang our dirty laundry for the world. That was after Nathan's joyride ended in a DUI. And I learned to spin tales of him being at leadership camp instead of court-ordered rehab. By my early 30s, I dipped into my 401k thrice to rescue them. Nathan's gambling detox, the upscale one. Not the public clinic. Lily's tuition after Mom misplaced the education fund. Dad's mounting IRS notices that piled up despite his flourishing career. Each bailout came with vows of last time, and I swallowed them. Because facing the truth meant admitting I was the enabler in a den of deceivers, not hooked on drugs, but on denial. My role at Apex became my refuge and my shackle. I'd scaled the ranks through grit, pulling 70-hour weeks while fielding family fires via text. The hypocrisy gnawed, days enforcing audit protocols and ethical codes, nights fabricating alibis for my kin. Emily's our rock, Mom bragged at Bridge Club. Such a knack for the nitty-gritty. Nitty-gritty like mimicking Dad's signature on loan apps when his nerves frayed from stress meds. Like crafting phony resumes for Lily's job hunts. Like haggling with Nathan's loan sharks using my bonus checks. The house itself was our grand illusion. 5 bedrooms. Gourmet kitchen. A garage stuffed with leased SUVs we couldn't sustain. The mortgage? A Frankenstein of refis I'd lost track of. Dinners unfolded under vaulted ceilings while we lamented tight budgets. One Easter, the water got cut for unpaid bills. We blamed a power surge and dined by flashlight, calling it romantic. Mom dished out prime rib on credit. Dad droned on about fiscal policy. Nathan arrived buzzed. Lily swiped heirloom china, and I wired the utility from my rainy day stash. You're so dependable, aunts gushed. Your folks must beam with pride. They did. In their twisted way, proud I never balked. Never bolted. Never threatened to shatter our house of mirrors. But mirrors crack under strain. Every buried truth widened the fissures. Every payout deepened them. I told myself it was protection. Preservation of the family bond. In truth, it was feeding the beast. My therapist, the one I hid because shrinks are for quitters, per Dad labeled it codependency, said I'd been thrust into parental duties too soon, burdened with adult weights as a kid. Spot on. But insight didn't dissolve the duties. The month before that dinner, I'd landed a big promotion, head of internal audits, with pay that promised freedom. I'd meant to announce it, toast something real amid the fakes. Instead, I drove home echoing Lily's plea, a money thing to keep the house. But we'd danced this before. I'd salvaged the deed myself. This reeked different, the terror in her eyes. Mom's erratic splurges. Dad's distant stares. It screamed escalation beyond our routine chaos. For 23 years, I'd been the fixer. The absorber of blows. Sacrificing my nest egg. My serenity. On the pyre of kinship. But parked outside my apartment that night. A fracture formed. Maybe fatigue. Maybe the unshared triumph. Maybe the cumulative load finally snapping my spine. Whatever. I knew "don't tell Dad" was a bridge too far. Our currency of hush and half-lies had inflated to worthlessness. Now, I had to act. For days post-dinner, Dad rang, begging help with his tax docs. "Your mother's swamped," he grumbled. Code for "she's checked out." I headed over Sunday afternoon, finding him at the study desk, buried in spreadsheets. His bifocals slipping like a prop in a bad play. "Printers on the fritz," he muttered, nodding toward Mom's laptop in the den. "Pull up the IRS site? Passwords saved." Routine errand. I'd played IT guru for techphobic parents forever. But jiggling the mouse woke the screen to an open inbox. Subject: alternative filings processed. November installment verified. I should have clicked away. Played blind like trained. But Lily's frantic whisper haunted, a money thing to keep the house. Sender: Sergei Volkov. Attachment: asset shift 305.zip. Body: as per agreement. Next due December 10th. Insure L. Thompson's signatures align precisely. L. Thompson. Lily Thompson. My cursor lingered. Dad hummed tunelessly in the kitchen. His focus tick when nerves flared. I heard his pill bottle rattle, his vitamins. I downloaded. Cracked the zip with family dates, took 2 guesses. Inside, a trove of nightmares. Loan apps for phantom properties. LLC filings for digital firms naming Lily as principal. Offshore statements in Panama. Passports for all Lily's face. Variant names. DOBs. Citizenships. My sister wasn't assisting, she was mired in forgery and evasion, needing aliases and hidden vaults. The figures? Not pocket change, tens of millions cycling through accounts linked to ghost consultancies. Emily. Got it? Dad's voice echoed. Almost, I yelled. Voice even as ice. More clicks revealed worse. Inflated invoices for creative services, wire logs to untraceable IPs, and threaded in Mom's boutique firm. Her EIN. Her endorsements on certs validating essential transfers. They were leveraging Mom's rep. Her small business cred. To wash what screamed embezzlement. My cell vibrated. Lily texting. Lunch soon? My dime. Gigs killing it. Smiling face with smiling eyes, the faux pep curdled my stomach. She was sunk. Oblivious or in denial. I slotted my flash drive. Copied files. Mind reeling. Hands robotic. This transcended dysfunction. FBI. SEC. IRS turf. Alphabet soup eager for this feast. Printed. I hollered to Dad. Outputting dummy forms as the real haul transferred. He shuffled in. Coffee in hand. Despite noon. You're a lifesaver. Kiddo. Don't know where we'd be without ya. I eyed him hard, tailored shirt masking his paunch. Steady gaze hiding the shakes. The smile that never warmed. Dad. I began. But he waved off. Your mom's at yoga. Back late. Sudden seminar in Vegas next week, networking. Vegas. A statement showed a fat wire there yesterday. Drive secured in pocket. I handed the decoys. He clapped my shoulder. Cool and firm. Such a dutiful girl. Emily. Always so. Discreet. Discreet. Our mantra. Trumping legal. Ethical. Safe. I exited with dynamite data and a crossroads. Lily had pleaded secrecy from Dad. But scanning those files, I sensed Dad was looped in. All were. Except me. The dutiful fixer who'd footed bills. Guarded lies. Asked zilch. Question now, my move. I ambushed Lily at her loft that night, a sleek spot in Capitol Hill I knew screamed fraud on her freelance pay. Her face drained at the door. What's? We talk now. I barged in, skyline views. Minimalist decor. A chef's kitchen untouched. Sweet setup. Rent. 4K monthly. Told you the job rocks. Bull. I flashed phone snaps of the docs. Sergei Volkov. Alt filings. For passports with your mug. She folded onto the sectional like a rag doll. For a beat. She was the teen caught raiding the liquor cabinet. Then sobs racked her. It wasn't supposed to blow up, she wailed. Just some sign-offs. Easy stuff. Mom said what? She said the boutique was tanking. Lawsuits. Vendors ghosting. Audits looming. Needed to shuffle funds. Stay solvent. Temporary fix. I perched opposite. Fury warring with pity. Lily. This ain't shuffling. It's laundering. Those firms. I get it now, she sniffled. Sleeve wiping. Thought they were legit at first. Mom hooked me up with these contacts, partners, to bail us. By the time I clocked the scam, I was buried. My name's everywhere. I recalled Dad's noon coffee. Mom's yoga. Maybe she avoided queries to dodge truths. Lily. Turn yourself in. Can't. She paced to the glass wall. You don't get it. Sergei and crew? Not suits. They're tied to Eastern Euro finance rings. Snitch. And she trailed. But I filled gaps, vanished witnesses. Accidents. So, plan? Keep forging till they cut you loose. Mom says one more big transfer. Then we're out. She's mapped it. I gaped at my sister. Echoes of Mom's sure things ringing, her flop-proof stock picks that nuked our savings, her bulletproof refi that nearly foreclosed us. Mom always mapped it. I'd always mopped up. Lily. This crashes hard. They don't release hooks. Think I don't know? I'm a wreck, insomnia. Paranoia. Tailing shadows. But options. You could have said no. Come to me. To you. Bitter laugh. Saint Emily. Always judging our screw-ups? You'd have ratted instantly. Sting hit home, I had judged. Even as I enabled. Wore my duty like a crown. Superior while bleeding cash for their fixes. I'm telling Dad, I whispered. No. On knees. Clutching. Please. Stall. Let Mom wrap it. If not, I'll self-report. Swear. Another vow. Another hush plea. Another anchor on my load. But eyeing those snaps, envisioning probes and mob hits. My name tainted by blood too heavy. Sorry. Lil. This is lethal. Can't shield you. I left her weeping in luxury. Please echoing. In the hall. I dialed Dad. Time to shatter the silence. I stormed the house. Dad opened in loungewear. Tumbler and grip. Exuding weary exec. The mask flawless till spotting my thunder. Spills on fabric. Quiver and hold. Emily. Late hour. Trouble? We talk. Dad. About Lily. Mom. Their scheme. His mask cycled. Bafflement. Dread. Then void confirmation. No clue what in. I steered to the den. Sight of staged holiday snaps. Walls plastered with triumphs. Nathan's MBA. Lily's art show. My promotion plaque, all grins. All guile. Dad. I know the laundering. Shells. Passports. Docs in hand. He slumped. Swirling scotch methodically. Long pause. You were always the sharp one, he sighed. Kid days. You spotted inconsistencies. Filed them away. Your mom warned we should have shielded better. So you knew. Knew? I orchestrated half. Sip. Think I'm blind? Believed Mom's boutique exploded after years of red ink? Lily morphed into mogul post-flops? No. The gut punch, years shielding him from women's follies, he'd steered. Why? Survival, he barked. Lawsuits buried us. Firm audited. Partners jumping ship. Foreclosure loomed. So fraud. I chose endurance. Family unity. Home. Status. You can't fathom losing it all. I flashed on my tapped savings. Stalled life. I fathom fine. Dad. Bankrolled your messes forever. And we valued it. But scraps won't cut it. Your dribbles couldn't mend the break. He paced. Mom devised the play. Risky. Yes. But effective. Effective? Lily's petrified. Passports fake. Ma blinks. How's that effective? Bumps in road. Months out. Clean. Mom's blueprint. Enough. I sliced. Mom's blueprint tosses Lily under. Her name's plastered. Feds hit. She's fall guy. First crack, true pain. Mom wouldn't. Lily's our girl. Mom'd sell us all for the facade. You know it. He lunged. Not violent, just desperate grasp. Emily. Reconsider. This nukes us. Scandal. Ostracism. Firm. Clubs. Peers. Don't care. But I do. Tears now. Streaking. My world. Emily. Sans house. Prestige. Success veneer, nothing. Just aging husband with fractured home. Failed kids. Brutal candor floored me. Dad. Your mom jailed. Lily too. Nathan spirals sans net. Me, criminal's kin. All sacrificed. Gone. Stall. Let mom close. Will reform. Atone. More pleas. More chains. Too late. Dad. He eyed me. Defeated. You'll really torch your blood? Saving scraps. At door. His murmur. We built you. Elite schools. Degrees. Launchpad. This payback. I faced the man who'd schooled me and gloss over truth. You preached integrity. Dad. Even painful. No, reaching for bottle. Preached family first. You flunked. I fled as he dialed mom. Alerting. Hours to scramble. Veil. But futile. Not anymore. 2 days on. In my Apex office. My PA burst in. Emily. Check this. Tablet thrust. Seattle Times lead. Local accountant implicated in financial fraud probe. Skimpy. But named mom. Hinted global wires. Potential millions in sham consults. By lunch. Forbes amplified Thompson embezzlement web, how a boutique owner wove a $50 million scheme. Exposed LLCs with Lily as front. Her TikToks juxtaposed, boss babe life. Consulting queen. Feds lurked. But press led the charge. My line rang, CEO. My office. Now. Trek felt funereal. Gazes averted. Murmurs trailed. CEO Victoria Hale at desk. Counsel Sarah Klein with dossier. Sit. Emily. Hale's tone flat. News scene. Yes. Your kin. Thought denial, old Emily's play. But she'd perished in Dad's den. Yes. Unearthed proof last week. Alerted SEC via lawyer. Witness. Not target. Klein's brows arched. Preemptive. Yes. Hale pivoted. 13 years here. Stellar. But optics poison. Klein. Finance fraud in a bank? Toxic. Understood. Do you? Clients bolting. Vetting queries on you, data access. Finances. I've never believe you, Hale cut. Record spotless. But image rules. Board convenes PM. Leave. Paid admin. Immediate. Till cleared. Prudent biz. I'd advise same. Still gutted. Signed waivers. Surrendered gear. 12 years boxed. PA Teary, unfair. You're not them. But I was an enabling. Soul diff, I halted. Guard escorted to lot. Cleared throat. Sister did similar. Ponzi family op. 8 years fed pen. Sorry. Worst? Fallout on kin. Shame. Ruin. Distrust. Doors dinged. Gutsy. Whistleblowing. Most ride till raid. Homeward. Career crated. Kin's sins viral. Radio buzzed, Thompson tangle, Seattle elites plunge. Evening. National. CNN looped Lily's vids beside fraud victims' tales. Thompson fraud trended. Neighbors ghosted. Doorman averted. Probes dawn. Months. Years of dredge. Trials exhuming filth. Probe carved deep. Exposing decay under our sheen. Weekend. SEC iced 14 accounts over 5 nations. Times infographic traced funds from clients through mom's firm to shells. Abroad. Back as invests. Our crime. Meme ready. Lily's bust, dawn raid. Footage viral, agents hauling her from loft in PJs. No glam. Mug, shell-shocked kid. Mom held 3 days more. Nabbed at boutique mid-client. In power suit. Perp walked past staff she'd mentored. Iconic shot, Susan Thompson. Entrepreneur idol. Cuffed in her domain. Dad evaded arrest, but crumbled under scrutiny. Social exile swift, clubs blackballed. Boards ousted. Friends vanished. Scope ballooned, ties to Cali insider trades. Florida pyramid. Even Euro money mules. Though mom's team denied the last. Headlines escalated, from ledger to ledger domain, Thompson's fiscal felony. I logged FBI hours. Dissecting files. Contextualizing. Treated as key asset. Prosecutor Elena Ruiz, your jumpstart shaved months. Sans you. They'd shred. Flee. Saved Lily too, those Volkov ties? No mercy for snags. Nathan rang once. Sloshed, self-righteous cow. Ruined us. Mom's caged. Dad's broken. Lily faces decades. Satisfied. Wanted crime-free kin, click. Press 8 the angle. Daughter Avenger picking law over blood. Stalked my building till guards upped. Recruiters swarmed, integrity goldmine. My ruin. Their boon. Quarter in. Full scale, 12 states. 37 indicted. $150 million fraud. Paperwork help linked Megacon. Lily pled. Deal to 8 years. Parole 5. Sentencing, gaunt in orange. Avoided my gaze as I detailed discovery. Mom battled. Elite counsel, hidden funds. Framed Lily as puppet master. Mom duped mom. Might have flown sans my emails proving mom's Volkov outreach pre-Lily. Trial, Seattle spectacle. Galleries packed with ex-allies. Mom drew 18 years. Judge, betrayal of trust. Societal scar. 65, likely life sentence. Dad skirted charges but isolated. Health tanking. Last visit, frail and assisted living. Funded by scraps. Hope you're content, he rasped. Vengeance served. Justice. Dad. Right call. For you? Career rebounds. Us? Dust. Right. In ways. Chose truth over ties, world lauds. But solitude chills when blood brands you betrayer. Times cap, Thompson Turner, saint or saboteur? Experts hailed guts, shrinks parse trauma. Old boss, always principled. But Lily's pal, heartless. Mom's crony, blood before all. Emily gutted sacred. Reporter, redo knowing toll? Yes. Complicity worse. Heroic in ink. Less so at 4 a.m. Haunted by Lily's cuffs. Mom's verdict glare. Dad's frail frame. But truth, after deception deluge, all I clung to. 8 months post-trials. In my modest Chicago flat, states away from Seattle ashes. Cozy. Ghost-free. No portraits mocking. Gig at ethics nonprofit, training fraud spotting. Whistleblower shields. Pay halved. But board picked me for scars. Need one who paid integrity's price, director said. Won't avert eyes. Days serene, guiding firms from my pitfalls. Evenings. Penance in sessions. Text hit Friday cooking, unknown. Seattle code. Hey M. Paroled early. Conduct plus space. Halfway house. Dad ignores. Nathan OD'd. No right. But talk? Once. Lily. Ankled. World weary. Stared hour. Meal cooling. Therapists warned, pulls back to cycles. Guilt tsunami. But their weights? Not mine. Considering. Instant reply, more than earned. Thanks. Silent after. Days on. LinkedIn ping. Evelyn Hayes, dad's alias kin. Emily. Dad here. Blocked elsewhere. In program. 52 days clean. Sponsor urges amends. But how for decades wrong lessons? Not begging pardon. Just, I see your why. Tried rescuing us from us. Sorry we sank too deep. Screenshotted. Blocked. Proof of glimpse. Week later. Parcel. Nathan scrawl. Inside, old vacation snap. Pre-scheme. Happy. Back, from before. Before? No clean divide. Shredded after study, dad's smirk veiling despair. Mom's poise masking void. Nathan's haze ignored. Lily's zeal turning dark. The offset, already distancing. One more buzz, right move. Ruiz. Postcase. Saved it. That eve. Balcony over Windy City. Modest Cabernet. Tomorrow, Lily halfway. Mom counting days. Dad fading. Nathan lost. Me, teaching resistance. Even at all cost. Phone hushed, numbers swapped. States crossed. Life rebuilt. But blood lingers in habits. Auto lies, fine. Like dad drilled. Except now. Truly was. Not ideal. But authentic. Eyed remnants, Lily's plea. Dad's note. Nathan's relic, tugs at walls. Did the overdue, deleted. Blocked finals. DND. Toasted skyline. New horizons. Choices freight. No regrets to void. To them. To me. And postdoc's discovery. First time. Believed it.